Welcome to Brawlhalla.
Buy a new mattress and you're like sitting on all the mattresses to figure out which one you're going to take home with you. Like, he's feeling up the Arcadian throne right now. He's like, ooh, check out the finish on it. Yeah, this trophy's kind of nice. All you have to do is just make the purchase. One more set away.
That trophy, so far, it fitting in his hand almost feels like a glove. Impala was playing so clean earlier. I don't know if Maid can come back into this because we've seen this a lot of times in the past, and it's honestly gone several different routes in terms of Brawlhalla history. If the person in winners finals completely dominates, person goes down into losers, comes back up, might get the reset, but then the winners finals victor just completely shuts them down after the grand finals reset. So the way Maid was playing earlier against Impala, man, that's going to be so tough. You're going to need a lot of adjustment coming out from Maid, but we did see some of that against Wubs.
Yeah, and I have to say, even in the winner's set, right, it was a 3-0. Especially, I think the last game kind of flew away from Maid, but a lot of them were last stock, last hit scenarios where Maid just couldn't quite close the door. So if they're able to this time around, could be a reset. It wouldn't even be the first game 10 we would see this weekend, right? We got some of that in EU. Can we see it in NA?
Yeah, talking about close games, man, I'm still thinking about that gravity cancel downlight that ended up picking up when Impala had the spear. That was incredible.
Oh, man, I'm wondering, Maid so far not off to the hottest of starts. We've seen them play on Brawlhaven for the vast majority of their matches as well. They just seem to want to have it over with and keep it up close and personal and just throw out ground pound 2 or 3 more times, and you'll definitely say goodbye to a stock there. Impala finally losing the first, but Maid still behind a little bit damage-wise. No dodge, that's big damage. What? He must have touched the floor right at the end.
Yeah, basically a full color change behind Impala right now. Impala's still kind of in the white, now just proc yellow, so definitely getting even. Good damage. Impala got away from that recovery. Didn't panic jump, didn't hold right or go too high to get caught into that.
Okay, tries to go for a soft read. Oh, almost gets that too.
Yo, oh my gosh, Flambo.
Oh no. Just like that, right? It looked like Maid was this close to taking the stock, and all of a sudden the roles have changed, and they change back yet again. Reversal after reversal, D-like ground pound, all but guaranteed there. Impala had no other options left there to expend, and now we are seeing that Maid has a little bit of a lead here, but how much of a lead is going to be created? So far, nothing too crazy. 2 hits, we'll take it, but this is Brawlhaven. 1 more hit from Impala will be the stock. Or, I mean, if they're down here, it's probably not. Okay, there we go. Sayer, wow. I'm surprised it didn't KO. He must have rid along the bottom of the stage there. Got that reduced knockback, but doesn't really matter.
If that was a side air that didn't bounce off the main stage, taking some of that momentum away, that's how damaged he was. That one would have killed.
Yeah.
It's only that it took away some of that momentum off of the bounce that it didn't.
Oh, what are you going to do here? Impala dashing around. This bow has been so good all day. Oh, you're crazy.
Yo, oh my goodness.
Maid was believing. And that's the way you got to play it, man. Beautiful end sig. Not enough to KO. That defense from Kaya coming in clutch. Beautiful dodge on the nair on the way down. Maid 1 hit away. Tries to go for the end sig again. Don't have this fall away from you, Maid. You're so close, but don't get impatient. Impala will sniff it out. Oh, the patience. You can tell. You can tell. The
Maid
patience.
waits longer than any other Gauntlet player I think I've ever seen off of that sidelight.
And it's because you can react, right? But Maid's just been a little bit slow. You can react. D-Light recovery is going to do it unarmed. But if you go for that Gauntlet sidelight, you wait for your opponent to dodge, you can just gravity cancel sidelight in the direction that they go in to catch them on reaction and get that recovery. And I think that's what Maid was looking for there, but just couldn't pull the trigger both times. Was a little bit too scared, thought they were a little bit too slow. Found the KO anyway. But I was a little bit worried, to be honest. It felt like Impala was going to bring that game back. But this has to be a good thing for Maid here because, one, you got a game and you're that much closer to making the reset a possibility.
And I think you're exactly right pointing out the possibility of comeback from Impala. Good damage coming out from Maid, but the damage that it took for Maid to win that game was over 600.
Nice.
That means, oh my gosh.
That was sick.
This is crazy. These opening strings from Maid. Now continuing the edge guard situation. Nice down air weapon toss. Completely cleans that up. My criticism from last game that I didn't even get out before Maid started doing work this game was that it averaged over 200 damage per stock to get the KO on small Brawlhaven. That's bad. I'm just going to be real. That's bad. But now we just saw Maid immediately clean that one up, put out the damage quickly, and didn't need that much damage to find the KO, continuing the damage output a full stock ahead.
And that's what I love to see from Maid right now. Maid is waking up and feeling that momentum, and Impala is crumbling a little bit. But I think you're exactly right. Like, your tag can't be made, and you just don't clean up, right? Like, you have to, like, wash people. So hopefully, I mean...
Otherwise, you're fired. You're going to be out on the street after that one, man.
And this might be the game, right? Potential 3 stock. Probably not, though, but potential is there for Maid to go ahead and just get a very, very clean victory. I mean, Impala looking to close at least the first stock out here. That Sayer's going to do it. Has a lot of damage to do, but on Brawlhaven, the tides can turn so quickly. Had this been Mammoth Fortress or something, I'd have been like, there's probably no odds that, like, Maid makes... lets it fall away, right?
Oh.
But we can already see Maid's in orange, right? Just in the amount of time that it took me to explain that, Maid has been sent to orange and hit Impala a total of 0 times.
Does have a weapon at least this time. Yo, that interrupt. That would have been bad for Impala. There's the sidelight backing up. Now chasing off stage.
Oh, man. How is this game close? Oh, no, you went into
Bro,
it.
You had to know that was coming.
Oh, and it's the thing where it's like you want to punish it, right? And you're like, all right, well, I hope they don't hold down the button. And then they do, and you're like, I should have known better. But sometimes you just want to call out how long your opponent's going to charge a signature like that. And in this case... Impala just held it down.
And from what we've seen from Impala today,
gosh.
Impala wants to hold that down sig down on the edge. Really bringing this one back. Impressive play.
Impala's in the lead. How? POP holding it down right now. Like, they were so far behind, and we were talking about, like, oh, Maid might finally get a clean one, and now this is anyone's game. You're going to need another ground pound. Tries to end it there, but a beautiful air dodge through the weapon throw, and Impala finds the side sig, and it's enough. How? How did Impala win that game, Sparky? I don't understand.
Maid just completely looked shook. Like, not confident whatsoever. They would be, like, stacked with one another at one point, and Maid just looked lost.
Oh, man. Right back to Brawlhaven. Oh,
Dude,
man.
Ran into that down signature. Impala's been running that one all day. There's that KO. I'm a little bit surprised that KO'd. I thought he might survive through that one.
Yeah, like, the potency on Kaya's SIGs is, like, more than, like, most would expect, right? And granted, the spear side SIG, probably the only one that doesn't hit like a truck, but it sends you pretty high, so we'll take it. But, like, despite the fact that Kaya has quite a bit of defense, she also has a decent amount of KO power with those SIGs. Especially on a stage like Brawlhaven, where the kill boxes are so close, it gets that extra bit of potency. Uh-oh. Reversal?
Where's the ground pound? That's what I'm looking for here. Maid's been using him really well. Sometimes he whisks the first one, and then gets the KO with the second one. Being very careful. Giving a lot of respect to Impala on the edge.
Oh! Went for it all there. That was a beautiful sequence, but didn't find the hit. That's a still active weapon toss. You saw Impala had to go around it there. Nice recognition, realizing that that weapon was still active, because a lot of people would have made the mistake of being like, oh, that hit the wall, right? And would have come back and been like, oh, wow, I got hit by that, but not Impala.
Yeah, it's like he realized it at the last second and then faded away. You saw the jump come out, and then he was like, oh, that's still active, and then backed out of it in time.
Okay. Let's see. Gonna send him off stage here with the Sair. Tries to get the final blow. Doesn't quite get the gravity cancel sidelight, and that's just a not good SIG. That was just not it. But that's
Keep it 100. Be real with it. I want to know what you actually feel.
Yeah,
Please tell me.
I will never lie. I would never lie to the chat, to the viewers at home. I call it as I see it. It's only genius when it's genius.
I swear, every time Maid hits a sidelight, I think my heart does not beat until something happens.
I know, right? It's like you hear the creaky door in a horror movie, and you're like, what comes next? Oh my gosh. Impala is juggling the living crap out of Maid right now. Holy.
Oh, even the GCD light.
Oh my god. Just hit after hit. Another one. Oh, you're putting DJ Khaled to shame here. You can never count another one this many times. Finally, a hit for Maid.
Still?
Okay.
That'll kill. Okay. All right, back to even stocks. Maid super far behind. I think the confidence is plummeting for Maid and just absolutely going all the way to the moon for Impala.
Oh, nice. That's the optimal KO option to go for there. Goes for the D-Light, Gravity Cancel, and Sig Unarmed. True combo. And now Maid back against the ropes here. And won't be out of it just yet if they lose this game, but they won't have a lot of wiggle room. And Impala's looking to carry this to the bank. And the thing is, Maid doesn't have a pocket, really. Like, it's just Mordex, as far as I understand. Maybe a Fate. But other than that, like, it's
yeah,
tough.
I think there's a Fate. Maid was tweeting about, like, I don't know who to play, Mordex or Fate, and the tournament is in, like, 5 days.
Yeah. If you lose this one, it might be worth bringing it up. Might, but we'll see. We're not there yet. We're close, though. No ground pound. Surprising to me from Impala there, but Maid.
That was a risky move. To burn the dodge for that one that would have been left to right when Impala was still way above. Impala's going to take that game. Still has to, man, we're seeing high damage games from both of these players, even though we're on small Brawlhaven. That time it was 618 damage that Impala had to do. Still over 200 damage per stock.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This could potentially be the last match, last game of the tournament here. If Maid is unable to strike back, Impala will be the victor. We'll have that nice throne to go ahead and take home with them. And so far, it's looking like that could potentially be the case. Maid is fighting back. We've played every single game on Brawlhaven. These guys want to scrap, and they've been scrapping. And Maid has had games where it felt like he should have won, honestly. It really felt like it, but Impala just has the clutch factor that's been keeping them alive.
So the last 2 games have been like really tough for Maid. One, because Maid got the lead in one of them and then ended up losing that game. The second one, Impala was looking so clean and so confident. Now I'm looking at the stats from last game, and we're seeing 50% SIG accuracy and 52% light attack accuracy from Impala. So playing out of his mind right now. That is going to be the KO. Maid is going to take a small lead here, have weapon advantage. Another one should be coming in shortly, able to grab it out from underneath Impala.
Okay. Now, how much is the lead going to be? And that's the thing. I feel like usually when you're in a scenario like this, you're trying to get a side light on Scythe and just go for the 50-50, because if you guess right, that's 70 damage. But it looks like here he's going to go for an offstage play instead. Throw it up, and just like that says what, you're going to try to catch it, right? Boom, down air. I've definitely read him on that one. Read that chapter quite a few times.
He almost got hit by that weapon toss, too. Impala definitely looking confident, very clean. A little bit of swag on it, too, like a tasteful amount of swag on the things that Impala is doing. Not too reckless, not too flashy, but enough.
Oh, man, and Maid just can't seem to find an answer. Impala back with the juggles again, dude.
2 weapon tosses, that's nothing compared to the damage that Impala's putting out right now.
Okay. Come on. Oh, Maid's looking for something, and like nothing feels worse than when you're playing Scythe in tournament in potentially the last game of it, and you can't get an early KO with your Scythe playoff stage. Instead, you're losing to unarmed and light, and you can't make it back. What a beautiful edge guard from Impala. Impala is 1 stock away, Sparky.
And if you're not winning those edge guards, and you were previously. Like, it was something you could rely on before to take multiple stocks with a Scythe ground pound. Just no shot he's hitting them now. Damage is starting to come out. Again, he goes for that up option when Impala's like way above him. I don't even know if Impala could fast fall down into that in time. And that's a scary dodge to burn for Maid, just kind of grasping at straws.
Yeah, he's definitely thinking, well, all right, I can just like make sure I active input and send him off the top. And there we go, a ground pound. Maid is not out of this just yet. In the orange, potential last stock of the tournament. Impala has no weapon, and we have a chance for a starve here. Maid needs to get some damage, though. The starving doesn't mean anything if you're not getting hits in between. And there we go. Impala has a bow. You know that down sig's coming. It doesn't hit, though. Can Maid bring it back?
At an Impala victory here, because coming from the winner's bracket, that would mean the tournament for Impala. Yo, possibility still certainly there. This game is not lost whatsoever.
Oh, Maid. Are you a legend? Whoa, he just goes up and down 6, and it's enough? Impala is going to be your Mammoth Arcadian champion taking out Maid in a pretty convincing 3-1 victory. I did not think the game was going to end there. That was the sneakiest way to get back onto the stage and down sig, because you have to imagine you have to like get the drift just perfect off the wall to get that down sig spacing. Otherwise, I don't know how else you can possibly stand in that lift. Yeah, give me a slow. Yeah, wow.